Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. My name is Ash, and I'm here with a review for Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 on Xbox. Now, this came out on the 14th of November 2023, developed by Fair Play Labs and published by Game Mill Entertainment. And I was lucky enough to present a free copy of this game for this video review, so huge thank you to them for that. Now, I bought the first Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl day one. And while it was a flawed game, I had a lot of fun with it, especially with my kids. And I also played it with Fabio from the XPN network as well. And we had a blast. Now, I'm not saying that game was perfect, but it basically laid the groundwork for this game. It basically walked so this could run. And this is basically the sort of perfect sequel in terms of it improves almost everything in terms of quality, modes, everything that people had issues with pretty much in the first game, they've been addressed in some way with this release. Now, this game, if you don't know what it is, it's basically a Super Smash Bros. Like clone, a sort of 2D platform-based fighting game where like 4 people can battle it out, and it features characters from a whole host of Nickelodeon properties. For those that don't know what Nickelodeon is, it's a TV station that does loads of like cartoons and 3D animated TV shows aimed at kids. Roster-wise, this game is pretty good. So it features 25 playable characters from 17 different Nickelodeon franchises. 14 of the characters return from the first game, and the rest are sort of new. And there's going to be 4 more characters added post-launch via DLC throughout 2024. Now, I'm glad that they are adding more characters. I enjoyed the additional characters they added in the first game. However, I think 4 personally isn't enough to keep a fighting game fresh. You want more than that. It will get a little stale over the course of a year. If only once a quarter you bring out one character on one stage. But I'm still grateful for it. Now, there's also new modes to be found in this game. So not only is there this mode you've come to know and love, they've also added a single player roguelike campaign in which you'll basically play through a story mode. SpongeBob and Patrick are blowing bubbles. They basically open the multiverse so Patrick gets sucked in, and it's up to SpongeBob to basically try and save Patrick from the Danny Phantom villain Vlad Plasmius, if I've pronounced that correctly. Now, it's pretty cool. You start off with SpongeBob. Eventually, like I say, you can change your character later on, and it becomes more of a sort of roguelike in the terms of you're basically doing a run against NPCs through a variety of different sort of challenges and special rule matches and stuff like that, including like boss battles as well, which is really cool. Like, I only played it a few times, the roguelike mode, because this is more of a game I'd play with my family, my kids. But it was nice. One thing I will complain about, and it's not a huge complaint, but I have my own custom like preset controller layouts for when I'm playing, because for some reason the jump button by standard is Y, and I don't like that. I like my jump to be A, and then X, Y, and B to be attack buttons. And I can set that up in multiplayer. Fine, doesn't bother me. But in the single player, for some reason, I couldn't figure out how to do it, and I just gave up trying in the end. Maybe I'm wrong and there is a way to do it, but I literally could not figure it out. There was no sort of options when I was trying when it first started, and after I tried a couple of times I just gave up and got used to using the Y to jump through the story mode. But like I say, that's not my main focus of the game. The main game I was playing was the multiplayer. Now, I played this with my son and my daughter. We've had a ton of fun. All the footage you see in here is captured by either myself or my kids playing it. So we were playing against bots at time, and we had tons of fun. Like, we used to love playing the original one, and getting to play it again, but like on a grander scale, was great. So there's new environments which look great. They're so much more detailed. The character models look improved. They've added voice acting for all the characters. So while obviously some of them aren't the original voice actors. I'm so sad Nigel Thornberry isn't Tim Curry, but I understand why he's not. At least they've got good sound alikes for the ones that aren't like the ones I would have said were the originals. There's a cool range of characters as well. I love some of the new additions. There's multiple skins now from launch, so there's like multiple costumes you can pick and choose from, which is cool. It just gives it a bit of variety, because when the game first launched, the original, you literally just had slight colour variations. You didn't have any different outfits or anything like that. I also like that you can sort of pick different layouts for the arenas. I think that's pretty cool. There's interactable arenas as well, where like there's lava filling up on them and stuff like that. Stuff moves, and there's also items included from the get-go. Now they did include items in the original game, but it was after launch. But it just makes it much more fun. And then there's one big change to the combat. Now all the characters that return have similar move sets to previously, but they have tweaked them up a bit. I believe they've all got new directional attacks, which threw me off a little bit because I went to play how I'd played in the last game, picked April O'Neil, and some of the moves that I used to do I can't do anymore. Some of them are there, but some of them aren't, which is a bit weird, but that's how it is. But the main sort of addition to the game is the slime meter. Now the slime meter basically fills up as you're playing, and you can use this to do a variety of things, such as like extending your aerial recovery, performing attack cancels and stuff like that. But mainly, I was saving it up, and you build it up, and then you get to do these like character specific super attacks. And these are like cinematic ones, so it goes into like a little cutscene with the character you're playing and the characters that you've managed to catch in that super attacks sort of range. They all vary per character. They're all unique to each character. I like Nigel Thornberry's. He drops an elephant on people. SpongeBob runs them over in his car and stuff like that. I like the boat when he's trying to learn to drive. Funny and enjoyable. They do get a little repetitive, as they do in all of these sort of fighting games. But I had a ton of fun playing it, and it feels great. Now, I haven't played a lot online. It's not something I tend to do in these type of games. I find them much more fun playing with like friends and family, like couch co-op, over playing against like salty randomers online who play way more than I do and do like so much better. They know all the combos and everything like that. So for me, it's not something I'd play a lot of, but what I did play felt good, played all right and stuff like that. So I couldn't complain in that sense either. And also another thing, there are new items and some other items have been removed. I'm not a big fan of some of the items that have been added, and I wish some of the old items were there. But you get used to them after a while, and it's still just a ton of fun playing it. Like I say, if you like Super Smash Brothers, you're gonna probably like this game. If you like lived as a kid through the 90s, you're gonna know a lot of these. And then like there's all the modern Nickelodeon stuff, like the Loud House and everything like that. But we've got SpongeBob, we've got Garfield, we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like Rocco, all that sort of stuff. The Wild Thornberrys, Hey Arnold. It's a real great selection of characters. You've got people from like Jimmy Neutron, Avatar: The Last Airbender. You've got all sorts. It's great, and they've done a fantastic job. And it really feels like they've took all of the feedback on from the first game. So big shout out to the devs for actually improving, coming back with an even better game. Literally one of the best Smash Bros. Clones style fighting games I have played ever. Like Smash Bros. Is fantastic, especially the last one where they went up and beyond with multiple character packs. But this one is up there, like I say, solid 8.5 out of 10 from me. Is it perfect? No, there's always improvements to be had. Like I say, more characters added post-launch and stuff like that. But in general, the whole package is great fun. Now, it's available pretty much on every platform. You got it on Xbox, you got it on PlayStation, you got it on Nintendo, you got it on PC. But I play this on my Series X. It's also playable on Series S and Xbox One's consoles. It's optimized for Series X and S with 4K resolution and 60 FPS plus, and it supports smart delivery. And on Xbox, it's priced at $39.99 for the standard edition. Now, there's other editions available as well. So there's a deluxe edition, which at standard price is $59.99, and the deluxe edition comes with the full base game. It comes with the season pass content, and it comes with a SpongeBob SquarePants Quickster costume. Get that out there. Holy moly, that's a tongue twister, isn't it? So, like I say, the DLC packs will get added at a later date. And then there's also, on top of that, there is an Ultimate Edition. And the Ultimate Edition is for like the big fans. So you get everything that was in the Deluxe Edition, plus you get a bonus costume for every brawler. So these are a variety of different ones, but I think that's a good, like, a bit of extra content, like one extra costume for every character. Some of them are better than others, like the Raphael ones, like the black and white Raphael, but like the Ren and Stimpy ones are really cool. I think they've all done a good job. I like the Garfield one; it makes him a pirate, and yeah, like, they're just cool little things to add to it. The Ren and Stimpy one it makes them firemen, but they're Dalmatian. So I was like, is that a Paw Patrol reference of Marshall? Who knows? But it's great. You can buy the content pack separately as well. So the costume pack, which gives you the extra costume, which is included in the Ultimate Edition, is $16.74, and the season pass is $19.99. And yeah, it's fantastic. I'm a big fan of it. Looking forward to playing the new characters that get released next year. I just wish they were on a quicker release schedule, because so far the game's great, but it'd be great to keep the sort of interest and momentum up with like regular updates, maybe even on like a month or like bi-monthly turnaround, just so there's always something to talk about and new players to find. But I love it. I love the super moves. I love the new character roster and the additions. Looking forward to see what the future brings, because, like I say, it's a fantastic sequel that improves on the original game in every single way. But other than that, guys, hit that like button, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. What's your favourite Nickelodeon character? Who would you play in this fighting game? And who do you want to see in future DLC editions? And we'll see you next time for more gaming content, guys. Bye for now.